tweeted. Hi, everybody. Charles Hoskinson, live from warm, sunny Colorado. Always warm, always sunny, sometimes Colorado. Real quick video, talk a bit about flight versus mainnet. So the paint chip brigade, the people on the internet who like criticizing us with unfounded statements, they've been running around Twitter and YouTube and Reddit and other places saying that we're missing deadlines. And of course, it's because we're now doing ETC related stuff. Now, what these idiots don't understand, or they do understand, they're just being vile people, is that we didn't miss any deadlines. And I can't even understand where they're coming from. I guess they don't know that there's actually two versions of the Daedalus wallet. So to make sure that every single person in the space, even those who are part of the paint chip brigade, understand this, I'm going to explain it here. We have Daedalus Flight and Daedalus Mainnet. Both these wallets work on Mainnet Cardano, just like Yoroi and Daedalus both work on Mainnet Cardano, but they're two separate wallets. The primary difference between Flight and Mainnet is that Flight is for bleeding edge, experimental, or features that haven't been completely tested yet. Hardware wallet center, voting center, multi-sig, multi-asset, all of these things will come to Daedalus. And we are going to release them first on Flight. And the people who use Flight accept that while they get features faster than everybody else, those features have not been as tested as the features that are deployed on Daedalus Mainnet. So last week, we did a release. We released Daedalus version 2.2 with the new node backend, version 0.19, which is 50 to 100 times faster for syncing Shelly than Byron. We didn't miss any deadline. We released that last week. I'm using it on this computer right now, today, as are thousands of other people to use their ADA and interface with ADA. Okay. Now, after we've tested Flight for a bit and we go through the normal QA process, we then update Daedalus Mainnet. So that's either going to happen this week, or if the testing process takes a little bit longer, next week, but that's going to happen. And that's version 2.2 for Daedalus Mainnet. But Flight is always released first. Why? Because it is the beta test. Google does this with Chrome. They have something called Google Chrome Canary versus regular everyday Google Chrome. And Canary always gets features before regular everyday Chrome. And Canary users get to enjoy those features first, accepting that maybe, just maybe, there's a bug. Maybe, just maybe, something crashes or something like that. And that's the risk you take for bleeding edge software. If you go to any Linux distribution, you'll see distributions that are considered to be older and more stable, or frankly, any open source software project. You tend to have the official release, and then you tend to have a bleeding edge release that follows the software, that gets features first. We're no different in that respect. So there's a whole brigade of people right now running around saying, because we're making some videos and writing some ECIPs with a completely unrelated team in the Ethereum Classic world, we're now missing Cardano deadlines. When last week we did ship a Daedalus update. We shipped an update to Flight, which I'm using and many other people are using for their ADA on the mainnet, not a testnet release, mainnet release. I just don't get it. And maybe these people are just so stupid they can't understand the difference between these two clients and why these two clients exist. And if that's the case, okay. But we really don't appreciate these types of comments floating around. So there are two clients, Flight and Mainnet. We will always release Flight first. That's our go-to for a release, especially if it's a big release and there's a lot of stuff to do. We tend to beta test it with the Flight users before we release it on Mainnet, because that's much more stable. That's much more test and vetted software. But if you're using Mainnet, that means you don't get features first. You have to wait, some cases weeks, to get those features. That's the difference between the two. And no deadlines have been missed. Don't understand why people are saying that. They're just pitiful opportunists. Okay. It's just our industry as a whole. So much misinformation seems to flow around our industry. There's zero accountability to anybody who lies in this industry. There's zero accountability for people who spread rumors and base speculation and so forth. You just get used to it. I've been around for 8 years. It's just my life as it is. And every single day I wake up, go through my feed, and I just see so much bullshit, so many lies, so many trolls, so much FUD, and so forth. So think for yourself, people. If it doesn't make sense, if the fact pattern doesn't connect, it's probably a lie. And I don't understand why people, when we release something, say we don't release something, when people are right now today using that update, reporting over Twitter how great the update is, that the update doesn't exist. It's our industry as a whole. It is what it is. But that's the difference. In case you didn't know, if you go to daedaluswallet.io and you see this flight thing and this mainnet thing, what the hell's the difference between the two? Flight is like our version of Chrome Canary. It's a bleeding edge version of Daedalus where the latest, greatest things are released there as we get them. They're still, of course, tested. There's still some level of quality because we use it ourselves, but it is not considered to be the mainnet client. The mainnet client, which is the safe, reliable one, which has been fully vetted and tested, is Daedalus Mainnet. Both of them run on mainnet. Both of them you can use to access your ADA. One is for more of a power user, a bleeding edge audience. The other is for grandma and for everyday users who don't want to fiddle with newer software, which may have bugs in it or may have some unexpected results in it and so forth. So they have different user bases and they have different purposes. One helps us beta test things as they come through, and the feedback that we get there helps make the mainnet client better and occasionally allows us to fix things on the mainnet client so that there's a consistent user experience throughout the majority of people who use Cardano. But they're both considered to be Daedalus wallets, and we will always release one faster than the other one. No external project, nothing I do. I can go fishing or not fishing. I can work 24/7 or not work 24/7. This reality is not going to change, has any impact on that. Okay? So just wanted to mention that to everybody real quickly and get that out of the way. I can't believe sometimes the things that I read, but then again, this is our industry. It's just stupid. And there's a lot of stupid people in this industry. And as I said in prior videos, when I see it, I kick them in the teeth. I just don't have patience or tolerance for them. This is other people's money. This is a big ecosystem. And every time people lie, spread FUD, disinformation with the express desire to cause chaos or value depreciation, those people are bad people. And every time we encounter them, we will kick them in the teeth and call them for what they are, bad people. The Paint Chip Brigade. Thanks so much for listening. Talk to you soon.